I will never forget a particular student who came up to me after a presentation to tell me she thought her grades were too low to get in. We spoke at length afterward in private, and she told me her story. She had escaped an abusive father in another country, had immigrated to the United States by herself, and was now working 3 jobs to make ends meet while being a student full-time and sending money to a different country where her mother had fled. I tell you this not to make you feel bad about yourself, but to say that not all GPAs are created equal. So you can definitely get into med school with a low GPA, and the following 7 factors are either helpful or some combination of these would be necessary for getting in. So the first factor is to have extenuating circumstances. Maybe you've been battling a disease for the past couple of years that you now have under control. Maybe you're the first in your family to go to college. Maybe you're from an underserved area where you hope to return to post-graduation as a doctor. Number 2 is to have a strong upward trend to the GPA. That's 2+ years of good grades, either in the end of undergrad or in a post-bac or special master's program. Number 3 is to get an above average MCAT score. Above average for the schools you're applying to, and ideally well-rounded, meaning it's relatively equal across all 4 sections. Number 4, have strong letters of recommendation. What you don't want is for schools to think that you are somehow deficient or you have a character flaw, and letters of recommendation can help alleviate that. Number 5, retake classes where you do poorly. Anything below a C you should probably retake. It's a good rule of thumb. Number 6 is to be open to alternative paths. Look at DO schools and international schools. They're a little more forgiving of students with flaws. Number 7 is to complete a capstone project or do something remarkable. So you can check our articles and videos on savvypremed.com about how to do a capstone project. It's not for the faint of heart, but it can be done. Here's what not to do. Don't just apply and see what happens. Talk to someone knowledgeable about the admissions process. It can be a good pre-med counselor or maybe somebody in admissions who's willing to meet with you. Every GPA isn't created equal, so you need someone who can hear your whole story and help you figure out the right path.